Hi, you guys. So it's Jmarie, and I'm back, and I'm going to be recording my what I did to conceive video and how I found out I was pregnant. So today is September the 3rd. I just recorded my 12-week update that's going to go up a little later today. I think I'm going to wait till this weekend to post this video. Or to wait till next week because I do have to post a 14-week update at the end of the week anyway. So I probably will put this up when I put up my 14-week update. So this might be a long-winded video. Let me I just have to get my water right now because I'm just going to forget it and I'm just going to be thirsty. So to start it off, I found out I was pregnant a day after my birthday, June the 18th. So how I got pregnant, I wasn't even trying. This is the thing. I wasn't even trying. Back in April, me and hubby sat down. We had a talk about trying to TTC again, trying to conceive again. And we were gunning for around this time of year, August, September, October. We was going to try around that time. And I wanted to make an appointment with the doctor to see what was going on with my body in regards to my hormonal issues, and that I kept getting told I had low progesterone. So I was trying to see what I could have done to prepare my body for the future of to get ready for August or September. So I called the doctors around the end of April. I was trying to get the earliest. Sorry, I say a lot when I'm trying to think, baby brain. I'm sorry. But I was trying to get the earliest appointment that I could possibly find. Unfortunately, in April, my doctor was on vacation. The doctor that I had back in December when I had my IUI, he had retired. Now, the doctor that I have now, I was referred to him by that doctor. So once I had my miscarriage, I had to see like different doctors because I didn't have a doctor at that time. They just switched my paperwork to the next doctor who took his office. And I didn't really care for that doctor pretty much. He didn't really care about my needs. He didn't really seem to be concerned with what was going on. So I hurried up in April. I didn't go to the doctor after my postpartum appointment. I didn't go back to that doctor. So he checked me, told me I was okay, basically slapped me on the wrist, like, oh, there's nothing wrong, just things happen. It may have been chromosomal, blah blah blah. So I just got tired of hearing that. Every time I've had a miscarriage, that's what I get told. So I went on ahead, and in April, I just went on ahead and said, look, I'm going to just call the doctor that I've been wanting to see. But when I tried to call him last year, he was also on vacation and booked up. So I had to go to the doctor that retired, which I didn't care about that because he was a good doctor too. He was just about to retire, and I understood, he couldn't do as much as he wanted to do for me because he was going to retire. But he wanted to keep me as his patient as long as he could until it was time for me to transfer over to my doctor that I have now. So I called. They told me he was on vacation, but they scheduled me for a appointment on May 3rd. So May 1st, ever since my last miscarriage. This is a TMI alert. Sorry. So if you're squeamish or you don't like um stuff about blood, whatever, please exit stage left because it's about to get terrible. So May 1st, as usual, I came on my cycle. It was really heavier this time than any other time. I was in a lot of pain and I didn't know what was wrong. So I've been suspecting I had PCOS for quite some time now. I've gotten tested more than 7 times. So this time probably was my 8th or 9th time that I had got tested. And he did tell me why it didn't show up on the last couple of tests that I had got ran. And I will let you guys know that in a minute. So May 3rd, I went in and I met the doctor. He was very, concerned. He's like, for your age, you should already, have a take home baby. And, it's not normal for this to continue to happen at your age. So he's like, we're going to look into further details of what could possibly be wrong. So we sat down in the office in the examination room. Of course, I had to get checked. So he checked me, and he was just like, we're going to do some swabs. We're going to do some tests on your period, my period blood, my menstruational blood. They're going to swab, put in a tube, take blood, and then you're going to come back for an ultrasound. So they tested everything, and he gave me these pills and was like, we're going to give you the, Femera. We're going to start off with the Femera, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not sure if I had that. I'm not sure that I had an ultrasound at that one, or did I have an ultrasound when my cycle was over. I'm pretty sure I had it at the second appointment. He was like, okay, I want to see. He also gave me a diet plan because he did say, one reason could be you're overweight. So he gave me the diet plan. I started following that diet plan right away. So I took the Femera from cycle days 5 through 9. And he was like, we're going to see how this works. Once your period go off, you guys can baby dance and all that. We were trying to figure out what could have been going on, whatever. So he was like, well, I'm going to tell you your results about everything next appointment. So he was like, I want to see you in 2 weeks. May 17th, I go back in. I had a scheduled ultrasound and he wanted to talk to me. So I got my ultrasound done and it was confirmed that I had 2 cysts on my left side, and that could have been explaining why I was so uncomfortable during my periods. Like for the past couple of months since like February, March, whatever, it was just so painful. Like, oh my God, I would be crying, everything. Um, so yes, that was really, really painful. So he sat me down, he talked to me, he's like, you know what? You have, and then we said it together, PCOS. And I was like, man, I knew it. Like, why are these other doctors sitting here telling me I didn't have something when I told them that I didn't have any, that I had this thing? So he tested me and figured out that I haven't been ovulating since October, which was when I had my miscarriage. So basically he's like, the test came back that you haven't really been ovulating over 6 months now. So I was like, dang, really? So he asked me, um, was I on birth control or anything? Because he was trying to figure out why wasn't the PCOS caught sooner. So I told him, yes, I was on birth control for most of my life. And he's like, well, that's why we couldn't find out. The birth control, it was covering up the symptoms, was covering up, everything. So we didn't know. So he was like, you know what? No more birth control. You don't need that. No, we're going to try to get the ball rolling. We're going to try to get your body right, and then work on getting you pregnant. He stated, disclaimer, I know you're excited, And I was super excited when I found out that, what was wrong and everything. He was like, PCOS can cause low progesterone, all that. So he was like, those was the reason why I had my miscarriages, blah, blah, blah. Like, he gave me a whole complete rundown. I was super excited, but he did tell me, like with PCOS, it might take you a good little while to get pregnant, maybe another year or two, which perfect. We're fine. I was fine with that. He also said the soonest that I could, probably get pregnant was like maybe 4 to 6 months. Cool. That was awesome too. Because we wasn't trying to try until later down the line. But next thing I know, he said, I want to see you back June 27th for another scan to see if your cyst is gone away, because we're going to give you some more Femera. And when your next, cycle starting in June, you're going to take, he said, because obviously this cycle didn't work. So you're going to take the Femera in June when you come on your cycle, and see if it does what it needs to do to get rid of your cyst. So I had 2 cysts on the left side that were like this big beside each other. And he said that was what was causing me my discomfort. So, yeah. So next thing I know, May 22nd, a couple of days after my appointment, I'm starting to spot. And I'm like, yo, this is weird. Why am I spotting? I just had my cycle, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm just going to my husband. And it wasn't a real, to me, it wasn't like a real period. I wasn't cramping. I was bloated, but it didn't really feel like a real period. It just didn't hurt. It only lasted 3.5 days. The 4th and the 5th day was basically, I was clear. Just spotting, brown spotting. So, and then at the end, the 4th and the 5th day, it was brown and mucusy. So I was like, okay, what the fuck, like, what the fuck is this? So, after that, I was just like, okay, let me call the doctor. I called the helpline. They said, well, you're just spotting right now. He said, if it picks up, then take the Femera. But if it doesn't pick up and don't look like a real period, then don't waste the Femera. Just wait till your next cycle comes. So I'm like, all right. So I called my mom. I'm telling her all this stuff. She's like, I would just take the Femera. You know what I'm saying? So, on the second day, it did pick up. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is, another period or whatever. I didn't know what to think at the time. But I later found out that that was basically, I guess, it's sealing off, or the my cyst had ruptured or whatever, or everything that was just the last pieces of blood that was up there and closed off everything else. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't know what to think about that. So after that, I called back on the helpline, like, okay, it picked up. I'm just going to go ahead and start the Femera. They said, okay, if anything happens, he wants you to call us back immediately, blah, blah, blah. They gave me the rundown. They gave me my instructions on if it becomes painful to go ahead and go to the ER, because it could have had something to do with my cyst. I said, okay. So around June 5th, I was cramping and everything. I took the Femera. Me and hubby baby danced around that time. We baby danced the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th, and I think the 9th or the 10th. One of them, I don't know which one we did, but it was either the 9th or the 10th. So after that, I went on ahead like everything was normal. I was fine, and I know I made a video like June 7th, June 8th, and I'm just like, I'm bloated, da 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 da. I'm more bloated than usual. I think that was the video, yeah. And I did like a body shot in my kitchen, and hubby was just like, maybe like a week after that, hubby was like, you're pregnant. I'm like, boy, boy, bye. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just kept saying, you're pregnant, you're pregnant. Like, I just think you're pregnant, you're pregnant, you're pregnant. Like, it's no way. I had started to feel really sleepy and tired, but I already have low iron, and I do have a um blood condition called von Willebrand's disease. So I wasn't really thinking that that could be it. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'm just going to enjoy my time. You know, my birthday's coming up. He kept telling me, oh, I'm taking you on a surprise and everything else. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to turn up. You hear me? I'm going to turn up. And he's just like, no, you're not. But okay, I'm going to let you think that. So fast forward, I had to work on my birthday, so we couldn't leave on my birthday. So we left the day after my birthday. We had took off work and we had went to church, talked to my pastor, and I was like, you know, I might be pregnant. And I told my grandma, like, grandma, pray for me. I might be pregnant. And they was like, my grandma looked at me like, I'm gonna pray for you. And she was just looking at my stomach with her hands on her hips, like, but you look pregnant though. You already look pregnant though. Like, like it was not like she was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna pray for you. Like, but my grandma had this look like, but I ain't gonna say nothing. You know, I ain't gonna say nothing. You know, my grandma thug, y'all. She like, I'm just joking. But she just had her hands on her hips, like, okay, all right. So I asked my mom for some pregnancy tests. This is the thing that had me, y'all. And my mom watches my videos, so she might laugh at this scene right here, right now. But my mom got a call from my grandmother like a day before that. And my grandma was talking about she was dreaming about fishies. Okay. Why you dream about fishies, grandma? You know, thinking my mama pregnant. Girl, bye. Bye. No, I am 22 years old. My mama better not be pregnant. You hear me, y'all? Better not be. So, my mama had already had purchased pregnancy tests because, of course, the dream, she wanted to take one herself. But, you hear me, mom? You hear me? You knew better. You knew better. Anyway, inside joke. But anyway, so I called my mom, like, okay, all I want for my birthday is some pregnancy tests. Like, bam. So I went to my mom's house. I picked them up. She tried to play me. You know, we wanted to do it, you know, a cute way to tell everybody that we was pregnant, but it didn't work out that way. So I didn't want to tell anybody about our test. I didn't want to tell anybody about anything. Um, my mom was trying to play me and try to get me to take the test while I was at her house. So I was like, nah. Fast forward, we get to our hotel. He's like, babe, you need to take these pregnancy tests. I need you to take these pregnancy tests because we about to go out and I know you're going to want your favorite drink, you know, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, woo, woo, woo. I go in the bathroom, do what I'm supposed to do, put the little drop on there. Now, at the time, I'm thinking I'm supposed to be like 4 weeks or something. But at the time, in actuality, I was nothing but 3 weeks and some days. So I was like 3 weeks and a day, to be exact. Now that I'm thinking about it and I know how far along I am now, I was exactly like 3 weeks and a day. Yeah, I was like 3 weeks and a day that day. So sometimes I didn't expect, you know, not on a urine pregnancy test, I didn't expect to get that result. So we sitting there, first line. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just take a test to prove a point because I'm not pregnant. Da, 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 da. I'm going off, y'all. Like I just know I'm not pregnant. I'm like, bro, I'm not pregnant. So I'm gonna just go ahead and do what you want me to do. Woo, woo, woo. Okay, I'm gonna be like in your face when it's done. So the first line came up, which was the control line, and I walked away. I said, "Told you, not pregnant." Da 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 da. Because I didn't see no other line. And at that time, you know, I was so early that I didn't expect to see no line anyway. Like I was like, "Bruh, my 2 week wait not even up yet." Like I was like, well, at the time I thought it was, you know what I'm saying, but Now that I'm thinking about, like, my 2-week weight won't even up yet. Like, I wasn't even 4 weeks yet. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Bam. So I'm going back to go finish getting dressed. He say, babe, you ain't turning up none on nothing but some ginger ale and juicy juice. Man, when he said that, I ran back over there to the test like, what? Are you serious? Like, he was like, I told you you was pregnant. Da, da, da. Hence the video that says, hey, y'all, I got to tell y'all something. Yeah, after I had, that was the day after I had took that test. And then I had woke up and took another one. And basically, I took 7 tests in total, including the one at the doctor. After my little mini birthday was over, I had went on ahead and went to the doctor and, of course, got my confirmation and everything else. So that is my story of what I did to get pregnant and how did I find out I was pregnant. Oh, one thing I did also do in the middle of the cycle was I went to the spa and got a relaxation massage. Um, they said that it's very therapeutic for people who are trying to get pregnant, um, to relax your body, to relax your muscles so everything could work, whatever. I didn't think that that thing was going to work, but when we try for baby number 2, which is not going to be for another couple of years, I'm definitely getting one of those massages again because it really relaxed my body and it was just so amazing. So, um, that is my story of how I found out I was pregnant and what did I do to conceive. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said before, I see I have gained a couple more subscribers. Thank you guys so much for following my journey. My next videos that I'm going to try to put up is like baby gifts that I have received so far. I have a pack of diapers. I have some clothes. Even though nobody knows what I'm having, my friend tried to give me as much gender neutral as possible. So I'm just very appreciative for everything that was given to me so far. We haven't had any baby buys yet, and I'm going to tell you why. I don't really want to buy anything right now, this second, until I find out what I'm having. Um, I'm only going to know what I'm having, and well, me and my husband going to know what we're having, and we're going to find that out next month. So, yeah, it's going to be nice and cute to so when I do baby buys, I'll do some unisex baby buys, the ones that I can be able to show you guys. But right now we have not, just financially right now, we have not gotten anything for the baby yet. But I don't want to get too much because, like I said, I am having a huge baby shower. I don't know what I'm getting at that baby shower. So it's like I will be able to, buy stuff on my own when I know what I have. I just want to play it smart. I don't want to buy too much of the same things because I know that does happen. So I just want to make sure I know what to get. Anywho, I know this video is quite long, but it's basically 2 stories in one. So thank you guys for watching and be blessed. See you guys in the next video.